What if the person you trusted the least turned out to be the one who could change your life forever? I thought my driver was just an ordinary man behind the wheel, but one shocking moment revealed the truth. He wasn't just a driver. He was a billionaire in disguise, and his secret changed everything about love, loyalty, and betrayal in my life. I grew up believing that the rich and powerful lived in a world far away from mine. My family was middle class, and every penny mattered. When I got my first corporate job, I thought life was finally turning around. My company provided me with a driver. His name was Daniel. He was quiet, humble, and always wore the same old black suit. To me, he was just another employee, nothing more. But something about him felt strange. He listened carefully to every word I said, as if my life fascinated him. One rainy night, while driving me home, Daniel stopped the car in front of a mansion. I was shocked. The gate opened automatically, and guards greeted him with respect, calling him Sir. My heart pounded as I realized I wasn't sitting beside a driver. I was sitting beside someone far more powerful. But Daniel looked at me and said calmly, "This is not what you think. Please, trust me." The next day, I couldn't stop thinking about what I had seen. Who was he really? I asked around the office, but no one knew anything about him. Weeks passed, and Daniel continued driving me like nothing had happened, until one evening, when my company nearly collapsed in a financial scandal. Everyone was panicking, but Daniel appeared calm. That night, he revealed the truth. Daniel confessed that he was actually Daniel Reynolds, the billionaire owner of the very corporation I worked for. He had built his empire from nothing, but after betrayal from his closest business partners, he decided to live undercover as an ordinary driver to see who he could truly trust. My jaw dropped. The man I had ignored, underestimated, even complained about was the most powerful person in the room all along. But why me? Daniel explained that he wanted to understand how people treated those who seemed powerless. He had chosen me because I reminded him of his own struggles when he was young, hardworking, honest, and never chasing shortcuts. Still, I couldn't believe it. A billionaire, disguised as my driver? Things changed quickly after that. Daniel started trusting me with secrets he never shared with anyone. He showed me documents, secret plans, and the betrayals he had suffered from so-called friends. The more I listened, the more I realized money doesn't protect you from heartbreak, betrayal, or loneliness. But the story didn't stop there. His enemies soon discovered his disguise, and suddenly my life was in danger too. One night, our car was followed by black SUVs. Daniel drove faster than I had ever seen, and only later did I find out. Those were men hired by his rivals to eliminate him, and I was now caught in the middle of his secret world. As weeks turned into months, I watched Daniel fight battles I never imagined billionaires fought, not for more money, but for truth, loyalty, and trust. He could buy anything in the world, but he couldn't buy genuine love or friendship. That's where I came in. Slowly, a bond grew between us. He wasn't just my boss anymore. He was someone who cared, someone who valued me for more than my background or status. But then came the hardest test. His enemies framed him for crimes he never committed. The media painted him as a criminal. His board of directors tried to steal his empire. And through it all, the world believed he was guilty. Only I knew the truth. Only I had the proof that could clear his name. But exposing that truth meant putting my own life and career on the line. In the end, I made my choice. I stood by him. We revealed the evidence, exposed the traitors, and Daniel reclaimed his rightful place, not just as a billionaire, but as a man of integrity. The world applauded him, but for me, the real lesson was different. I had once thought money defined power, but watching Daniel live as a simple driver taught me something greater. True power comes from humility, trust, and the courage to live with honesty, even when the world tries to break you. And so, the man who was once just my driver became the person who changed the course of my life forever.